Oh, there you go.
All right. So we're going to show the People's Republic of China as its misnomer, and that's a nonce usage, or making something up for the nonce. So we'll call that maybe a nonce word. So don't go around thinking that I'm making, like indulging in the solecism or something like that. Okay. So this is for the elites, res intelligentiae of China. So are you watching, you idiots? No.
Because it's January, what is it today?
3rd maybe?
And we're just unwrapping our Christmas gifts now from people who sent us stuff in the mail.
So I think this Christmas gift made it in time for Christmas, but we don't. I try to check my mail with gloves on, and then I set it aside, before I open the stuff up. And Pauline knows I'm not making it up.
No.
Oftentimes Pauline will go collect the mail for me, and she's careful. She'd wash her hands after. She'd set it aside.
Yeah.
So, like with me, because I've got a compromised immune system, and I'd be very careful anyway.
And so,
I set it
for the
aside
longest
for a minimum
time,
of 5 days.
For the longest time in COVID, I wasn't sending anybody anything because I didn't want to risk giving them COVID, because, I know that we leave our stuff and we don't open it for a long time. We don't touch it. It just sits. But I can't know if people that I send to are doing that, and I don't want to risk them, even if we don't have COVID, there could be somebody along the way. It could be somebody within the postal system, or somebody, whatever, unloading the stuff and loading it up, or, and so I just didn't want to risk it. But then this winter I did send people something for Christmas.
So hopefully people have an idea of how to handle these sorts of things. Apparently, officials in China, officials haven't. Now, understand, you flunkies, and you apologists for the People's Republic of China.
Yeah, because they're blaming Canada. They're saying, well, they got a package and it had COVID on the outside, the new variant, or, Omicron. I don't know how new it is. There's probably newer ones now. But Omicron on the outside and the inside of the package. And so now, they're going to be doing these Winter Olympics things, and they're going to be blaming Canada for
any Omicron spread. They'll say, we caught it from Canada.
Yeah.
You a-holes. No,
everyone
you assholes.
Caught it from China.
Everyone caught it for you. I'm calling for reparations around the world, and Black Lives Matter, and people of color's lives matter. $20 million. It was almost $20 million that were paid to the Canadians who went down in the plane. I think it was a Ukrainian plane that was shot down over Iran. It took about a couple of years to settle it. It's going to be a bit of a problem collecting from Iran. So I've added a little bit extra because there'll be some inflation before the stuff is settled in court. Collecting on it's going to be a problem for the world. But that's reparations for every single person who's died.
For their family.
For their estates, who's died in COVID. Doesn't matter what the variation is. That's around the world. Everyone who's died and everyone who will die. Because you guys, you assholes, I don't like using cuss words, but I am restraining myself. You assholes, let it go wild in your country. You were suppressing information from, you weren't informing as you were supposed to. You weren't informing who, and you weren't informing other countries in the world. You were insisting that we maintain, all the rest of the countries of the world, maintain our borders open to your guys and your products and stuff like that. You are morally and should be legally responsible for all those deaths and also the economic fallout.
Yeah.
When I say $20 million for each death, That's just the beginning.
That's just the beginning.
You should pay for every penny of the economic fallout, and that's not just the negative growth. It's the negative growth underneath what's considered normal economic growth. So that might be 3%
the whole
per,
time.
per
I mean,
year.
they're making loads of money selling the world masks and
Masks
stuff like that.
and
It's
like some poor countries that can't afford it, the real stuff, vaccines and stuff like that. You've got to pay the whole shot. So I'm figuring it's trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. That's the way it should go. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the way it goes. So are you watching? Now, not half a month ago, half an hour ago, I opened this up. This thing's been waiting in the car it's a Christmas present for roughly a month, a little under a month perhaps. So this is what you should have done. Waited. And if you couldn't wait, have some, they were saying the outside of the package, anyone handling any sort of mail should have standard issue, some gloves. Okay? I don't have to use gloves because this has been waiting for almost a month. But if you got to handle stuff right away, standard issue for your officials or whomever handling mail, gloves, latex gloves. Okay? But before you open it, that's just so you put it away, and then you open it up. Then you don't have to use the gloves. Here's what you do. Now I'm just recreating what I did half an hour ago. Okay?
Yes.
See? You see, it's not rocket science. Okay? So don't go blaming Canada for your own incompetence. Now, I got a nice message from the person who sent this stuff. Should I mention who it is? Or?
She doesn't like it.
Okay, so I won't mention who it is. But maybe you'll be watching. Look at that. Nice, thoughtful. It's seasonal. And I'm just going to show that they fit. See? Hi. The person who knows, the person who said it knows. See, I'm saying hi.
He's gonna wear them.
Yeah. Now, probably my left hand's a little bit smaller than my right hand, so this should be. It's a good fit. There we go. And wonderful inside. So soft, I don't think I'd want to take these off, but I will because I'll be handling some books, and I don't want to. And I do want to eat some food. I'll probably eat it after we finish broadcasting. But there we go. There we go. People's Republic of China. Yeah.
We would have sent you something inside that card, too, so you're going to have to open that up later.
Yeah, it's lucky you noticed that. Because there we go. That's a card there. I didn't realize it was a card. So. Anyway, I'll open that later. It's very nice. So I'll put these back in here in case a little bit of rain comes down. It's looking as though it rained, but it's actually a little bit of snow. It was actually snow coming down when it first came down. I was a little worried. We were shopping. I wanted to get off the road. I don't like driving.
So
if there's any sort of snow buildup or whatever.
I wasn't going to take long anyway.
Yeah, but I didn't know.
It
was looking as though I've had it come down like that. And, the roads have been hard to. So what I'm going to do is, again, the person who sent that wonderful gift of the mittens, when she was on tour in Turkey, she got hold of these for me. Now I haven't finished them.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. But the nice thing is, this is Kazakh.
Yeah.
And I've actually, in the interim, have been able to pick up a grammar of Kazakh and go through it. So now, what I'm going to be doing is go through this. And it actually is teaching you how to write Arabic.
Oh, that's a really nice gift she gave you.
I believe this is the Kazakh version of Quran.
Oh.
You can see a K and then a vowel, R. It looks like a P. And then because it's based on the Russian alphabet, Cyrillic alphabet, and this thing that looks like an H is an M.
Oh.
Well, I can't say for sure. See, like this is Osman.
Because you're just starting to learn it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Osman, the C there is really an S, what looks like a C, and the N. Osman is basically when we say Ottoman Empire, we should use it in Osman.
Oh, interesting.
Exactly right. So it's a Turkic kind of word, and Kazakh is a Turkic kind of language. In other words, it's related to Turkish. And so this other name here is Hussein here, which means something like beautiful and or good. Hussein. I don't know exactly what that means. I think this is umlauted O here, or a scene or something like that. But I can't think offhand of what Muslim name would be. See here, Hussein here. Now this one I'm figuring is Kurdish, and if it weren't COVID times, I'd be at we don't have an internet hookup. I'd be at either the downtown library, more likely
At the
a lab, a computer lab at the university, checking out Kurdish English dictionary resource and checking out the grammar and stuff like that. I think it's well, Kurdish is an Indo-European language, and yeah. So here it's got in the name of Allah, the Merciful, and Rahim.
So there's some Arabic there or something?
Well, this is like from the Quran. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So that's why you can read that.
Yeah, exactly right. So this is in the name of, I believe that'd be your Lord. And I think this is translated into, see, like, I'm suspecting maybe Nave is name.
Oh.
See how it might be cognate with Nama. Yeah, I believe in Sanskrit means name. See? So Nama is, of course, closer to
well,
name.
That's a very nice gift she'd gotten you.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Yeah, she knew you'd like that.
What she said was the real problem when she's picking stuff up when she's traveling is just making sure she stays under the weight limit.
Oh.
So these were two good gifts because there's
not
a
that
lot of
heavy,
stuff
but
in
there's
there.
A lot of information.
And I don't know how she figured out that these weren't Turkish, because it was in Turkey, maybe the Istanbul airport or something like that, and or maybe someplace else. And see how this is Aleph Bay. So that's their version of alphabet.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense.
Aleph Bay. So this is written in basically the Turkish script, from what I can tell, which is Latin, a version of Latin, and stuff like that. And then this one is written in the Cyrillic script, adapted for the Turkic languages, in this case Kazakh. So I do this every so occasionally, previewing. But it's not just a previewing; it is an expression of appreciation.
Yes, because she's given you very thoughtful gifts.
Very thoughtful. It's hard to buy